could not move from the bed, his voice became choked up. Then the Yamadutas came for him. Those Yamadutas were very, very fierce in appearance. Actually, in the Puranas it describes those persons who are very pious. Yamaraj comes for them, but Yamaraj is very beautiful and handsome, and he welcomes you with so much respect. But a person who is very sinful, then why a great personality like Yamaraj will come for them? No. For them he sends the Yamadutas. So these are true stories. We should not think them to be imagination. I heard one story. There was one devotee distributing his Bhagavatam in the airport. So he was talking to one guy who was in a suit and tie, and he was describing about the fifth canto. And the guy was like not taking it seriously. Then the devotee turned to the photograph of the Yamadutas snatching the soul from the body of Ajamila. So when that man saw that photo, he became so fearful, he passed through his pants and fell on the ground in the middle of the airport. Then the devotee was amazed, what happened? And he said, a few years ago I had a car accident and I had a near-death experience. So first I was going to the light, Jesus was there, my family members were there. Most people come back from that. But that man said I went one stage further and 3 persons came for me. And that was exactly what they looked like. So these are not really stories, these are real histories. So he became. Let's not repeat the past. So these are real histories. So the Yamadutas came for him, and they were very fierce. One had a hook, one had a hammer, and one had a rope. Because the conditioned soul is attached to this. Conditioned soul is attached to this bag of stool by body, mind, and words. So the Yamaduta with a hammer, he breaks that attachment. Then he puts the hook into the subtle body, and the other Yamaduta with a rope, he pulls the soul, covered by the mind and 5 senses, out of the body, and takes to the Yamaloka where he is given judgment according to his pious and sinful activities. He is punished in hell and given another animal species as a birth. No? So Ajamila became full of fear. Because what's the greatest fear? That is death. No? So Ajamila, he was thinking, what am I going to do? Who's going to save me? Then he turned and saw his young child. Oh, Narayana! Actually, he called the name of Bhagavan, but thinking of his son. And Srila Bhakti put in mind, said, it must have been when he called, Narayana, save me. And he thought, what can this small boy do? Then he remembered Lord Narayana. Otherwise, how the Vishnu could have come. No? So that is one small point. So he called, Narayana, save me, at the time of death, with tears in his eyes, and one point of attention. He called out the name of Narayana. 4 syllables. Those 4 syllables took the form of the 4 eternal associates of Lord Narayana. They are called the Vishnu Dutas. Even though Gurudev sometimes may appear angry like Yamaduta, we should always remember he is always Vishnu Duta, the eternal associates of the Lord. Therefore those 4 came for him. And when the Yamadutas were trying to snatch the soul from the body of Ajamila, they said, Mahaboya, don't be afraid. Then they stopped the Yamadutas from taking the soul of Ajamila, and Ajamila came back in his body. Ajamila was not dead. Then came an amazing discussion between the believers in Bhakti, the Bhaktivedantas on this side, and on the other side the followers of Karma Kanda. And those who believe that karma is everything, and the devotees who believe Bhagavad Bhakti is everything. Padma Guruji, he writes like that. This is a discussion between the devotees and the followers and believers in Karma Kanda. So the Yamadutas, the Vishnu Dutas asked him, oh, the followers of Yamaraj, you know all religious principles. Then please tell us, why are you taking the soul of this sinless man and taking him for punishment? Please tell us, who should be punished and who should not be punished? Then the Yamadutas also said, we also know the principles of religion. Bhagavan Narayana has spoken the Vedic principles, that is called Veda. And we have heard from Yamaraj, our spiritual master, those who follow the path of pious activities are rewarded, and those who follow the path of sinful activities and who perform no form of penance, they are punished by Yamaraj at the time of death. Ajamila gave up the order of his spiritual master. He gave up the service of his mother and father. He gave up the association with his properly vededly married wife. He engaged in intoxication, illicit sex, gambling. He did everything. He was like a pin-up boy for sinful activity. Therefore, he has not performed any pious activities. We are taking him to hell. And the young Vishnudutas smile. How very funny it is. In a religious assembly, in the name of religion, you are performing a new religious act. Ajamil, by chanting the name of Lord Narayan once, he has atoned for more sinful activities than it's possible to commit. Therefore, the name of Bhagavan has such power. Therefore, Ajamil, he was not dead. He was listening to this conversation as the Vishnudutas describe the glories of the name of Narayan. The holy name of Lord Narayan is the best and most powerful process of atonement. One who cheats, one who disobeys the spiritual master, one who has sex with the wife of the guru, one who kills cows, robs brahmanas, who takes intoxication, who steals gold, who lies and cheats. Even the most sinful man can be purified by the chanting of the holy name. Therefore, the Yamagunas gave a very wonderful glorification of the name of Lord Narayan. And Ajamil was not dead. He was hearing this Hari Katha, this Katha spoken by the pure devotees. Satam Prasangam Mamaveda Samam Avanti Vidkana Rasayana Katha Yosan Aswa Bhagavati Shradha Bhakti Anukramisiti. If we hear Hari Katha, what will happen? If we're really hearing, faith must come. So Ajamil was hearing, oh, by chanting the name of Narayan by accident, I became free from birth and death. Imagine what would happen if I chanted the holy name with devotion. Then Ajamil, he wanted to touch the feet of the Vishnudutas, but he did not have enough piety, no bhakti sikriti. Therefore they disappeared. Ajamil immediately woke up, and what did he do? He left everything there and went to the Himalaya. And thinking those four Vishnudutas to be his initiating spiritual master, he constantly engaged in chanting the name of Narayan with devotion. There at the time of death, because Ajamil had achieved pure bhakti, the four Vishnudutas came, his same spiritual masters, you know. And they took Ajamil on the Vaikuntha Viman and took him back to Godhead. So Guru Maharaj says, Ajamil got such a result by chanting the holy name by accident. Sanketyam Parihasya Va Slovam Hilaya Evacha. Vaikuntha Nama Grahani Ashesha Agaram. Ashesha Agaram. Ajamil, he chanted the holy name. There are 4 ways to chant the holy name by accident. That is called Namavas. There are 3 stages of chanting. The pure chanting. Everyone chant Hare Krishna? Hare Krishna. Did you see Radha Krishna? Okay. If you saw Radha Krishna, that means you're chanting the pure name. If you didn't see Radha Krishna, when you achieve liberation, that means you're chanting Namavas. And if you didn't get any of those 2, then you're chanting the holy name with offense. That is Namaparad. Ajamil, when he chanted the holy name, he did not desire liberation, he did not desire material enjoyment, therefore he could chant in the middle stage of chanting, that is called Namavas. Therefore, Hare Krishna, we can chant the holy name for millions of lifetimes, but if we're chanting with aparad, we cannot get the result. So from Ajamil we can learn, we should not chant with any aparad. Ajamil was very, very sinful, but he never made any offense to any Vaishnava. Why? Because no Vaishnava went near him. Ajamil is more fortunate than us, because we are in association with Vaishnavas, but we're committing so much offense to each other, to the spiritual master, to Vaishnavas. Therefore, Ajamil Maharaj ki!
Krishna, Supreme Personality of God. Out of mercy, how these concepts, how these fallen Jeev will liberated. He is very powerful. After he, none is to criticize him. He is very merciful. And he has all qualities. So he has invested all his power, all his mercy, all his qualities in the names, especially Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Otherwise, Narayan, Krishna, Damodara, there are so many names. So, when Ajamili, not Ajamili, Ajamili, when he heard this all dialogue between Yamaraj and Narayan, it was first Namabhas. At that time, he wanted to touch the feet of both Narayan Dut. But at once they are disappeared. And after that, he heard from Narayan Dut the glories of name, and then went to Haridwar, and then there he was chanting Narayan, Narayan, and there when he became Sutta name, 4 same Narayan came to him, and they told him, now you are pure, you can come and sit. So, first name was Namabhas, and same Narayan came and told, now come, you are pure. And then he went to Narayan. Today, our class is finished here. Prahlad Charitra, Chitraketu Maharaj Upakhyan, tomorrow.
Lila Krishna, please come and announce the program for tomorrow.
Jai Jai Radha Raman Hari.
We have an announcement for the devotees here at this festival for those who are desiring to take Harinam and Diksha initiations from Srila Gurudev. So, first of all, there are going to be 2 days for these initiations. That means Saturday and Sunday. But Saturday, there will also be a Harinam procession, which tomorrow, that means tomorrow, Saturday, there will be a big Harinam procession going to a local place, which Lila Purushottam Prabhu will explain details about. But for the devotees who desire initiation, but they cannot stay through till Sunday, they have to leave early, only for those devotees that they can come tomorrow morning and receive initiation from Srila Gurudev. And those who can stay till Sunday or beyond that day, they should come only on Sunday for initiation, Sunday morning. So both of these days, the initiation will will start at 8:30 in the morning. The devotees who are going to be initiated, they should come and register their names with Rajanath Prabhu, and they should tell who is recommending them, any senior devotee who is recommending them for initiation, any devotee from your country and your local area. And the devotees should come, those who are taking Harinam and Diksha, the males should be clean shaven, and they should be, everyone should be wearing tilak and fresh, clean cloth. And you should bring with you an offering of fruits and flowers and any donation of money which you would like to give as the process for receiving initiation. And then, oh yes, Vishnu Maharaj here, stand up. He will take the registration of anyone's name who desires to take initiation. So you should approach Vishnu Maharaj here after this program. Oh yes, and Mangalarti will be at 5 a.m. and also Srimad Madhav Maharaj is going to be continuing his giving class, the early morning class at 7:30.